A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a harrowing independent review released this Thursday, the Church of England has been accused of covering up the horrific abuse perpetrated by John Smyth, a lawyer and volunteer leader at Christian summer camps during the 1970s and 1980s. The report details the physical, sexual, psychological, and spiritual abuse of approximately 30 boys and young men in the United Kingdom and 85 in Africa over a span of 5 decades. John Smyth, who passed away in South Africa in 2018, is now believed to be the most prolific serial abuser associated with the Church of England. Keith Macon, who led the review, stated, "Many of the victims who took the brave decision to speak to us about what they experienced have carried this abuse silently for more than 40 years. The report highlights a systemic failure within the church to respond adequately to allegations of abuse, with church officials allegedly prioritizing the institution's reputation over the safety of vulnerable individuals." Smyth, an accomplished barrister and charismatic figure, was known for his role in the UN camps, which aimed to prepare young men for leadership roles in the church and society. However, the camps became sites of unimaginable cruelty, with Smyth using a cane to punish campers for perceived sins, including masturbation and pride. The report documents the brutal nature of these punishments, with some victims receiving thousands of lashes, often resulting in severe physical harm. Despite awareness of Smyth's actions as early as 1982, the church failed to report the abuse to authorities, with a secret report compiled by a minister in that year going largely ignored. Reverend David Fletcher, who was involved in the earlier investigation, expressed concerns that public knowledge of the abuse would cause immense damage to the church's reputation. Instead of facing justice, Smyth was encouraged to leave the UK and relocate to Zimbabwe, where he continued to evade accountability. In 2013, when the abuse was brought to the attention of church officials, including the Archbishop of Canterbury, they failed to act decisively. Archbishop Justin Welby acknowledged his failure to ensure a thorough investigation at that time, stating, "The review is clear that I personally failed to ensure that after disclosure in 2013 the awful tragedy was energetically investigated." The report concludes that if Smyth had been reported to the police in 2013, it could have led to a criminal conviction and potentially prevented further abuse. The Church of England has since expressed deep remorse for the horrific abuse and acknowledged that there is no place for covering up such actions. However, the damage has already been done, with many victims suffering in silence for decades. The report has reignited discussions around accountability and the need for transparency within religious institutions, as survivors continue to seek justice for the wrongs they endured. As the church grapples with the fallout from this report, many are left questioning how such egregious acts could have been allowed to persist for so long without intervention. The Church of England must now confront its past and take meaningful steps to ensure the protection of vulnerable individuals in the future. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.